The City of Albany has been cracking down on students for throwing parties, trashing the streets, and now for students living illegally in houses. Reporter Gina Valentino has our story.
The 4-person in a house, or there's not allowed to be more than 3 people in a house.
We didn't even know about those rules until it happened, so.
With the semester coming to a close, many UAlbany students are considering living off campus. Because students are not aware of the codes of the City of Albany, some are falling victim to being evicted or fined. The grouper law is one of the codes that is putting students in danger.
Landlord Lori Lehman has been renting out her first-floor apartment since 1993 and is fully aware of the city's zoning ordinance, which prohibits more than 3 people occupying a dwelling unless they meet the city's definition of a family.
Yes, that's the grouper law. And back when it was first drawn up, it was used in the city to prevent the buildup of brothels and flop houses as a means of controlling population density. But now it's more used to prevent giant frat or sorority houses, the animal house, if it was.
The Times Union reports the grouper law was reinforced when college students started overpopulating the Pine Hills neighborhood in 1985. However, is it safe for large families to occupy the same space that 4 college students might?
They can actually get away with having 7 to 10 people in a home because it's a family. They're related. And that isn't a good situation either. Really, the law needs to change. It needs to be based more architecturally, where you have a certain amount of space, a certain bedroom, a certain bathroom amount per person, so that you can keep the people together and you don't have it overrun with large families and you don't have buildings subdivided that can't be used again.
The Capital District Association of Rental Property Owners also agree the law should be based on an architectural level. But students just moving off campus for the first time might not be fully aware of the grouper law or other City of Albany codes.
I like to pretend that I do, but I don't, and I asked all of the landlords when I went and talked to them about their apartments, about this law, but I don't think I got a very good answer from any of them, because they're all doing it, but they just aren't telling the police about it. There was one landlord who was a fire chief, and he was having 4, 5, or 6 people live in his apartments, and I thought that was interesting.
Michael Zucker was living on Myrtle Avenue last year when he and his 5 roommates found a cease and desist notice from the city.
And they had reason to believe, I guess based on complaints, that there was more people living in our house than, I guess, permitted by the rules of the city. So they came and they said that our house was being inspected. And they said that someone was going to come the next day to inspect it to see how many people were living there.
It took them 3 hours to stage the house without their landlord's help.
We put some chairs in there and decorated it as if it was like a hangout room. And I just made sure I was nowhere to be seen the next day.
Although most landlords obey the grouper law, those who do not give Albany landlords a bad reputation.
I think my idea of a landlord is that they're kind of sleazebags, and they will get out of the students what they want, and they know that students are ignorant, they know they don't know the city codes.
There are a lot of property owners who are in it for the money. And yes, the more people you get, you see little dollar signs running around, they're going to rent to that just for the money, and then they'll complain.
The best way for students to protect themselves is to know the codes of the city. This is Gina Valentino for AJRL 385.